In the Houston, Texas metro area, we have high school students who are going on field trips to Islamic community centers. Do you think that schools are taking field trips to Catholic churches? No, they're not. America, are you awake yet? You better wake your ass up.
No, that's not at all what happened, and I can prove it to you in 60 seconds. The visit was not a school-sanctioned visit. It was a voluntary visit at an Islamic center organized by a student club. It was not organized by the school, and nobody was required to go. It's student representatives offering other students an activity aimed at defeating stereotypes created, by the way, by people exactly like you and understanding a different culture to promote acceptance and coexistence. And by the way, a trip like this is not unique to this visit to the Islamic Center or to Houston. In Tennessee, for example, Hampton High School students from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA, organize an annual field trip to Union Baptist Church. You need a permission slip and off you go to visit a Baptist church. There's also a student-led organization for students of Jewish faith called JSU that operates in almost 500 schools nationwide and offers all kinds of activities from holiday parties to Shabbat dinners on Friday. I even found a court case, this one that you see behind me, from Louisiana, revolving around school transportation for that same Fellowship of Christian Athletes students who wanted to attend an event called Just for Jesus. And the court reminded the parties that the Supreme Court has long recognized that while public school systems are not obligated to provide transportation for these student-organized voluntary events, they're also not prohibited from doing that either. But you probably don't have that same energy for those other trips because why? They're going to places where the culture reflects your belief system and that's all that counts? Because this finger-pointing double standards is starting to sound more and more like an issue that has nothing to do with students being introduced to a religious culture, but with your belief that the only religion students are allowed to be exposed to is the one you believe in. And that's not very constitutional or patriotic.
Nobody feels like they are persecuted more than the non-persecuted American Christian. Students in the Houston area are being bused to Islamic Center for field trips. No, they're not. No, they're not. That is not a fucking thing. It never has been a thing. It is not currently a fucking thing. Your hatred of people that are different than you causes you to react without thinking, to speak without researching, to accuse without knowing. Your hatred blinds you to critical thinking and makes you look, with all due disrespect, like a fucking imbecile when you take to the internet and say things that are patently false because it is clear how much you hate the people you're talking about.